we have looked at question 1 and 2 before, and after we did question 2, I asked you to complete question 3. So, what did you get for your answer? And how did you do it? Let's take a look at it. Let's erase the previous work from question 2. Clean the board. Alright. Now, I usually drive the 35 kilometers journey to school at an average speed of 50 kilometers per hour to reach just in time. I am 7 minutes late this morning. What must be my average speed to reach in time? So let's see. The distance is 35 kilometers. So the distance is 35 kilometers. The speed is 50 kilometers per hour. So what is the time? Well, what would be the time here? We can do that if we want. But what we're really interested in is what must be the average speed if I'm 7 minutes late. Alright? Anyway, the time here is distance over speed, which should be 35 over 50. What will the time in hours? 35 divided by 50, 35 over 50 is equal to 0.7 it would be. 35 over 50. I didn't touch this 0.7. It is 0.7 hours. But anyway, what we want to do is calculate this time in minutes. Alright? Let's calculate this time in minutes. 0.7 hours in minutes. We know that 0.7 times 60 is equal to 42. So it's 42 minutes. It's 42 minutes. But anyway, let's look at this. 7 minutes late. Then what happens is that we must cover 35 kilometers in, not equal, in 7 from 42. We drop 2, go down to 40, 5 more, 35. In 35 minutes, alright? We must cover 35 kilometers in 35 minutes. So therefore, what we have is a distance of 35 kilometers and a time of 35 minutes. But we want the time in hours because our speed must be in kilometers per hour. Right? It must be in kilometers per hour. Before I do anything, let me write this minutes properly. M-I-N in minutes. Good. So remember what you do is say the distance and the speed. We have the distance and the speed, and I want the time taken to cover the journey. So it's distance over speed, 35 over 50, which is 0.7 hours, same as 42 minutes. Now, the distance doesn't change. minutes must change because I'm 7 minutes late. I usually take the 42 minutes, but I'm running behind time. So 42 minus 7, I have only 35 minutes before I must reach. So I must increase speed. 35 minutes, 35 kilometers. The speed is in kilometers per hour. Distance is in kilometers, but the time must be in hours. So I must convert 35 minutes to hours. So to hours, what I want, these parts keep jumping on the screen. What I want is 35 divided by 60 to get the hours. So 35 over 60. 5 into 35 is 7. 5 into 60 is 12. 7 12th of an hour. Alright? So you could put that in decimal. So 7 12th of an hour is the same as 7 over 12 is the same as 0.58333 and so on and so forth. You know, the trees go on. So it's 0.583 to 3 decimal places. Alright? 0.583 hours. Now, the speed is kilometer. I have to squeeze the H here. I'm running out of space. The speed is kilometer per hour. Kilometers, 35 over hours, 0.583 hours. So it's 35 kilometers over 0.583 hours. Alright? 35 over 0.583. So 35 divided by 0.583 hours equal 60 is going to be 60 kilometers per hour. So you see that I usually drive 50 kilometers per hour. Now I have to drive at 60 kilometers per hour to reach in time. Alright? So recapping again. Distance is 35 kilometers. Speed is 50 kilometers per hour. I'm 7 minutes late, so I must find the time I reach in minutes. I find the time of the 35 kilometers over 50 kilometers per hour, give me 0.7 hours. I convert it to minutes by multiplying by 60. I have 42 minutes. I've lost 7 minutes already, 7 minutes late, so I subtract 7 from 42. I get 35 minutes. Now the speed must be the same distance. Distance doesn't change. 35 kilometers in 35 minutes. I convert the 35 minutes to hours. So I have 35 divided by 60, 7 12ths of an hour, which is 0.583 hours. So the speed must be in kilometers. 35 kilometers divided by the 0.583 hours to give me 60 kilometers per hour.